Have you ever caught yourself struggling to stand up from your favorite chair, feeling a little weaker than the day before? Maybe you've noticed your arms or legs aren't as strong as they used to be, and it's not just about getting older. It's something more subtle, something many of us quietly worry about but rarely talk about. You might think, well, that's just aging. But what if I told you it's not entirely true? What if the real reason behind this slow loss of muscle isn't simply because you're over 60, but because of certain habits you might not even realize you're doing every day? Muscle loss is a sneaky problem that affects millions of older adults, and yet, it often flies under the radar until it starts impacting your balance, your energy, and even your independence. It's easy to overlook because it happens so gradually, and many dismiss it as normal aging, but ignoring it can lead to bigger challenges down the road. The good news is that understanding these quiet culprits is the first step toward taking back control of your strength and vitality. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 everyday habits that might be quietly stealing your muscle, and more importantly, how small changes can make a big difference. Stick around until the end because I'll also share the most powerful habit that could help you feel stronger and more energetic every single day. Let's take this journey together, because it's never too late to care for your body and reclaim your strength. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Sitting too much during the day. Imagine this familiar scenario. You wake up in the morning, pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee, and ease into your favorite armchair, maybe switching on the TV or flipping through the morning paper. It's comfortable, cozy, and feels perfectly harmless. Later, you find yourself spending hours in that very same spot, perhaps watching your favorite shows or reading a gripping novel. It's a routine many of us cherish, especially as we move into our golden years. But what if this comforting routine, the simple act of sitting down and staying put, was silently working against you? What if it's quietly taking away the very strength you've worked so hard to maintain? You might naturally think, sitting down feels restful. How could it possibly be harmful? Isn't rest essential at my age? That's a fair thought. After all, relaxation is good, and you've earned it. But here's the surprising twist. Too much sitting is one of the quietest yet most powerful contributors to muscle loss, especially after the age of 60. Let's take a deeper look into this often overlooked fact. When you sit for long periods, your muscles aren't just inactive, they're quietly deteriorating. Scientific studies have shown that muscles, particularly those in your legs and lower body, can begin to weaken significantly after only 1 to 2 days of prolonged inactivity. This process is accelerated as we age because our bodies naturally become less efficient at maintaining muscle mass. Muscle fibers rely on regular movement to stay strong, dense, and functional. Without consistent activity, muscles shrink and lose their strength, a process scientifically called muscle atrophy. Think of your muscles as plants that need regular watering and sunlight. Without these essentials, plants gradually wilt and lose their vitality. Similarly, muscles that aren't regularly stimulated through simple daily movements or gentle exercise slowly lose their strength and functionality. This loss of strength isn't just a minor inconvenience. It directly impacts your balance, making everyday activities like climbing stairs, getting out of chairs, or even walking steadily more difficult and risky. Over time, reduced muscle strength can significantly increase your risk of falls and injury, ultimately threatening your independence and quality of life. But there's good news. You don't need intense exercise routines or strenuous gym sessions to reverse this quiet thief of strength. Simple, everyday movements, integrated naturally into your daily life, can make a tremendous difference. Here's how you can start gently reclaiming your strength today. Firstly, try breaking up your sitting time. Set a small timer for every hour as a gentle reminder to stand up, stretch lightly, and walk around your home for about 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe refill your water glass, check your mailbox, or simply pace around your living room. These small bursts of activity throughout the day significantly reduce muscle deterioration and encourage circulation, keeping your muscles engaged and healthy. If you're watching your favorite TV show, why not use the commercial breaks as your personal movement timer? Stand up, stretch your legs, move your arms, or gently march in place until the show returns. It might feel trivial at first, but these short, frequent movements can greatly improve your overall muscle tone and energy levels. For an extra boost, you can introduce some very simple chair exercises designed specifically for seniors. These exercises might include lifting your legs gently while seated, doing small ankle rotations, or lightly tapping your feet on the floor. These movements are safe, comfortable, and effective, ideal for making sure your muscles remain strong without overwhelming your body. Now, let me share the real-life story of Margaret, a spirited woman from Iowa who recently turned 74. Margaret used to spend most of her days seated, knitting blankets and watching game shows. It was a peaceful routine, but over the years, she started noticing something unsettling. Standing up from her favorite chair became increasingly difficult, and she began feeling unsteady whenever she had to walk more than a few steps. She brushed it off initially, attributing it to the unavoidable process of aging. However, when Margaret learned about the quiet harm caused by prolonged sitting, she decided to make a small, manageable change. She set a goal to stand and move around her home for at least 5 minutes every hour. Gradually, Margaret noticed improvements, not just physically, but emotionally too. Within a few weeks, standing up felt easier, and she had more energy. Her confidence improved as she realized simple adjustments in her routine had profound effects on her overall health. Margaret's experience is proof that even modest changes can yield significant rewards. If Margaret's story resonates with you, remember that you have the same power within you. The strength you've enjoyed your entire life hasn't vanished completely. It's just waiting to be gently reawakened by your actions today. Your muscles, no matter your age, are remarkably responsive to even small amounts of movement and activity. They're incredibly forgiving and ready to become stronger again whenever you choose to encourage them. So here's my gentle encouragement to you. Don't underestimate the power you have to maintain and rebuild your strength. Every small step counts. Every time you rise from your chair, every brief walk around your living room, every gentle stretch, is a quiet yet powerful message you're sending to your body. You're telling it, I'm still here, I'm still active, and I still matter. The beauty of these small actions is that they're easy, accessible, and incredibly effective. You don't need to overhaul your life or exhaust yourself. Simply make a gentle shift in your daily routine. Your future self will thank you deeply, rewarding you with renewed strength, better balance, and the freedom to enjoy every day fully. In the end, remember, aging gracefully isn't about avoiding rest. It's about balancing rest with meaningful, gentle movement. You have the strength within you to thrive, no matter your age. Let today be the day you stand up just a little more often, move just a bit more freely, and quietly reclaim the strength that's rightfully yours. 2. Not eating enough protein. There's a comforting rhythm to our daily meals as we get older, isn't there? Maybe you start your morning with a piece of toast and some coffee, have a small bowl of soup for lunch, and then perhaps a light dinner. Nothing heavy, just enough to feel satisfied. It seems gentle and healthy enough, right? After all, appetite often diminishes with age, and you might find yourself naturally eating smaller portions or simpler foods. But here's something you may not have considered. Could this seemingly healthy, lighter way of eating be quietly sabotaging your strength and vitality? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You might think, I'm older now, I don't need as much food as before. And while it's true your calorie needs decrease slightly with age, there's one nutrient you absolutely can't afford to skimp on: protein. Not eating enough protein could be one of the biggest hidden reasons you're feeling weaker and losing muscle mass after 60. It's not something most people realize until their strength starts quietly slipping away. Here's the science behind it, explained in simple terms. Protein is like the building blocks of your muscles. Think of it as bricks used to build a sturdy house. Without enough bricks, the house can't stand strong and eventually begins to crumble. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at using protein to maintain and build muscle. This phenomenon is known scientifically as anabolic resistance, meaning your body needs more protein, not less, to stay strong as the years pass. Most seniors, however, tend to eat significantly less protein than they need. It might seem harmless at first, but research shows that consistently not meeting your protein requirements can accelerate muscle loss, leading to frailty, increased risk of falls, and even reduced immunity. It's a quiet, gradual process, often mistaken simply as getting older. But here's the good news. You have complete control over reversing or preventing it. Fortunately, the solution to this quiet muscle thief is simple, gentle, and very achievable: even enjoyable. The key is to add a bit more high-quality protein to your daily meals and snacks, not necessarily to eat large portions, but to ensure you're eating enough of the right foods. Start your day by adding protein in an easy, enjoyable way. For breakfast, instead of having just toast, why not add a boiled or scrambled egg, or a cup of Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries and honey? Both options are gentle on the stomach and loaded with muscle-supporting protein. Lunchtime can be just as simple. Enjoy a bowl of hearty soup enriched with beans or lentils, or maybe some chicken salad on whole grain bread. Even a handful of almonds or walnuts as a snack can quietly boost your protein intake. Dinner is another opportunity to easily incorporate more protein. It doesn't need to be complicated. A small serving of grilled salmon, baked chicken breast, or turkey meatballs can greatly help your muscles rebuild and maintain their strength. If meat isn't your favorite, beans, chickpeas, tofu, or cottage cheese offer excellent alternatives. Let me tell you a quick story about Jack, a retired teacher from Wisconsin who recently celebrated his 72nd birthday. Jack had always eaten modestly, preferring smaller meals since retirement. He figured that, as he was less active, his body didn't need much fuel. But slowly, Jack noticed that everyday tasks were becoming increasingly challenging. Lifting grocery bags, climbing stairs, and even opening jars, tasks that once felt effortless, became tiring. He blamed it on aging, thinking nothing more could be done. But after a gentle nudge from his daughter, Jack decided to visit a nutritionist. To his surprise, she explained that his muscle weakness wasn't due to aging alone, but largely because he wasn't eating enough protein. Jack felt relieved and hopeful. After all, this was something entirely within his control. He began adding small protein-rich foods into his daily meals. Scrambled eggs in the morning, tuna salad sandwiches for lunch, and a bit more grilled chicken or fish at dinner. Within just a few weeks, Jack felt noticeably stronger. Tasks that previously tired him became manageable again, and his energy levels improved dramatically. Most importantly, Jack regained a sense of independence and confidence he feared he had lost forever. Jack's experience shows us a simple yet powerful truth. Small dietary changes can yield remarkable results. If you recognize yourself in Jack's story, you too can gently rebuild strength and vitality by ensuring your meals contain enough protein. It's not about complicated diets or expensive supplements, just about making mindful, tasty choices each day. I encourage you to view protein-rich foods as gentle companions supporting your strength, independence, and quality of life. With each bite of nutritious food, you're sending a powerful, positive message to your body. I still value my strength, my health, and my independence. Your body listens and responds beautifully to these small acts of nourishment. Today can be your turning point. Start small, start gently, but start now. A boiled egg, a cup of yogurt, a serving of grilled fish. They're more than just food. They are gifts you give yourself every day, quietly rebuilding the strength you deserve. Remember, getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. You have the power right now, with every bite, to choose strength, vitality, and health. Let today be the day you start giving your muscles exactly what they need to thrive again. Your body will thank you for every healthy decision, empowering you to enjoy your golden years the way you've always imagined. Strong, independent, and full of life. 3. Poor quality or insufficient sleep. Think about those nights when you settle into bed, hoping for restful sleep, yet find yourself staring at the ceiling as the clock ticks by. Or perhaps you drift off easily, only to awaken multiple times, tossing and turning until dawn. You get up in the morning exhausted, puzzled by the contradiction. I spent 8 hours in bed, why do I feel like I haven't slept at all? It's a frustrating, all too common experience among those of us in our senior years. We often dismiss it as just part of getting older. But what if poor sleep isn't an inevitable part of aging, but instead quietly draining the strength and vitality we depend on each day? You might naturally assume tiredness and weaker muscles are simply unavoidable companions of age. But here's a surprising fact. Sleep quality might be more responsible for your muscle loss than you realize. Science clearly shows that inadequate or disrupted sleep directly undermines your muscles' ability to rebuild, recover, and remain strong. To understand why, let's gently dive into some simple science. During deep sleep, the restful, restorative phase of your nightly cycle, your body releases critical hormones, particularly growth hormone and testosterone. Think of these hormones as skilled repair workers, arriving nightly to mend the daily wear and tear on your muscles, helping them grow stronger, healthier, and ready for another day of activity. However, when sleep is disrupted or shortened, these helpful hormones decrease significantly, and your muscles lose their chance to fully recover. When this restorative process fails regularly, your muscles slowly and quietly lose their strength, resilience, and even their size, accelerating the decline commonly seen after age 60. Not getting enough deep sleep also heightens inflammation and stress hormones and reduces your body's overall energy and metabolism. It's a subtle and slow process, one that often goes unnoticed until one day you find yourself feeling significantly weaker, more fatigued, and less steady on your feet. Thankfully, you don't need to resign yourself to this situation. Improving your sleep doesn't mean drastic changes. Rather, small, comfortable adjustments can profoundly transform your sleep and restore your muscle strength. First, let's talk about creating a soothing bedtime routine. Start by dedicating the last hour before bed to peaceful activities. Perhaps enjoy a cup of warm herbal tea, like chamomile or lavender, read a calming book, or listen to soft music. Most importantly, dim the lights and avoid bright screens from phones, tablets, or televisions at least 30 minutes before bed. Bright screens emit blue light, which confuses your brain into thinking it's daytime, disrupting your natural sleep rhythms. Next, keep your bedroom environment conducive to restful sleep. A cool, dark, and quiet room is ideal. Set your thermostat between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Research shows this temperature range is optimal for deeper sleep. Consider blackout curtains or wearing a comfortable sleep mask if light seeps into your bedroom. And if external noise bothers you, gentle white noise, a fan, or even soft earplugs might help you drift off more easily. Maintaining regular sleep and wake times can also dramatically improve your sleep quality. Even on weekends, try to go to bed and wake up at the same time. Your body appreciates routine, and soon you'll find yourself naturally feeling sleepy and waking refreshed, without struggle. Let me share a short but inspiring story of Eleanor, a delightful 75-year-old from Arizona. For years, Eleanor struggled with poor sleep. She thought waking up tired was simply inevitable at her age. Each day, she battled fatigue, blamed herself for her lack of energy, and quietly worried about the increasing difficulty she had performing simple tasks like gardening, cooking, or playing with her grandchildren. But Eleanor's daughter encouraged her to look deeper. Together, they created a gentle, soothing nighttime routine, turning off the TV an hour before bed, drinking a relaxing cup of chamomile tea, and reading from a favorite novel in a cozy, dimly lit room. Eleanor made her bedroom slightly cooler and darker, adjusting her thermostat and adding thick curtains. Within just a few weeks, she noticed incredible improvements. She was sleeping deeper and waking up refreshed and energized. Even more remarkably, Eleanor found her strength returning. Tasks she once struggled with became easy again. Her life regained the vibrancy she thought she'd lost forever. Eleanor's experience shows us something important. Small, manageable changes can profoundly restore not just sleep, but strength and joy in your daily life. If Eleanor's story resonates with you, please remember you're not alone, and better sleep is achievable at any age. Your body deeply wants to heal and strengthen. It simply needs your gentle support. Every small effort to improve your sleep is a powerful gesture of kindness toward your body and mind. You're quietly affirming your commitment to maintaining your health, independence, and quality of life. I encourage you today to embrace a soothing bedtime routine and prioritize restful sleep. Don't underestimate the power of sleep in maintaining your strength, independence, and overall happiness. Tonight can be your fresh start, a gentle turning point toward the restful, restorative sleep your muscles and mind deserve. Remember, good sleep isn't a luxury. It's a gentle necessity, a nightly gift you give yourself. By nurturing your sleep, you quietly reclaim your vitality, strength, and the vibrant life you've worked so hard for and truly deserve. 4. Avoiding strength training for fear of injury. If you're like many people over the age of 60, the idea of lifting weights or doing strength training might bring up some understandable hesitation. Perhaps you picture a heavy barbell or complicated machines at the gym and immediately think, "That's not for me, I'm too old for that." Maybe you're worried that strength training might cause injuries or even make existing aches and pains worse. It's natural to want to avoid anything that might put your health or independence at risk, especially at this stage of life. But here's an important question. What if avoiding strength training, out of fear of injury, is making you weaker and increasing your chances of getting hurt in everyday life? It's a thought that probably goes against your instincts, but there's strong evidence behind it. Could the very activity you're afraid of be the one thing you truly need to protect yourself from injuries? Let's gently explore this together. Strength training often carries an intimidating reputation. When you hear the term, it's easy to envision muscular athletes or younger people performing heavy lifts in crowded gyms. But strength training for seniors is something entirely different. It's gentler, simpler, and far safer than you might imagine. It's scientifically proven to be one of the best ways to maintain muscle mass, improve balance, enhance bone density, and significantly lower your risk of falls and fractures as you age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Here's the simple science behind it. As we get older, our muscles naturally lose strength if we don't actively maintain them. Scientists call this sarcopenia, a gradual weakening and loss of muscle mass that often accelerates after age 60. When muscles weaken, everyday tasks like climbing stairs, lifting groceries, or even getting out of chairs become harder and riskier. Ironically, by avoiding strength training to prevent injury, you're quietly increasing your vulnerability to precisely those injuries you fear. On the other hand, incorporating gentle, regular strength exercises into your weekly routine has remarkable benefits. It stimulates muscle growth, builds strength, and improves coordination. Stronger muscles support joints and bones, offering greater stability and drastically reducing your risk of falls. Even if you have arthritis or chronic pain, carefully designed strength training can ease discomfort, enhance mobility, and restore your independence. You don't need heavy weights or complicated machines to start. Gentle exercises using light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even just your body weight can be incredibly effective and easy to perform at home. Exercises like seated arm curls, gentle squats while holding onto a sturdy chair, or even simple leg raises from a seated position can produce meaningful results. The key is to start slowly, gently, and with movements that feel comfortable and safe for you. Consider the inspiring example of George, a 76-year-old retired postal worker from Florida. George had always believed strength training was something exclusively for younger, athletic people. He worried that starting exercise at his age would cause injury, aggravate his arthritis, or simply not work. But after experiencing increasing difficulty standing up from chairs and noticing more unsteadiness walking, George realized something had to change. With encouragement from his wife, George visited a local senior fitness class at his community center. At first, he was hesitant, unsure if the gentle exercises could truly help. But he quickly discovered something surprising. Strength training was nothing like he'd imagined. Instead of lifting heavy weights, George performed gentle movements using lightweight resistance bands, small hand weights, and carefully guided exercises. Within just a few weeks, he felt noticeably stronger and steadier. Simple tasks like standing up from his favorite chair, carrying groceries, and even gardening became easier and more enjoyable again. More importantly, his fear of falling was dramatically reduced. George's story reveals an essential truth. Gentle strength training can transform your health and independence in remarkable ways. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder or athlete, it's about maintaining and restoring the strength you need to comfortably live your everyday life. If George's experience speaks to you, remember you have the power and capability to achieve similar results. Your muscles, bones, and joints respond beautifully to gentle, consistent care. Small, manageable changes in your routine, like performing a few simple strength exercises 2 or 3 times a week, can significantly improve your quality of life and independence. Here's my gentle encouragement to you today. Let go of the fear holding you back from strength training. Instead, approach it as a gentle ally, carefully strengthening your body, improving your stability, and safeguarding your independence. Begin with short, comfortable sessions, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, using exercises designed specifically for older adults. If you're uncertain, consider reaching out to a trainer or joining a senior-friendly class in your local community. Many community centers and gyms offer supportive environments specifically tailored to older adults. Remember, strength training at your age isn't about pushing your limits or competing. It's simply about gently preserving and improving the strength you already have, enabling you to live the life you cherish. Each gentle lift, each careful movement, quietly tells your body, I value you, I trust you, and I want you to stay strong. Today can be the first step toward renewed strength, better balance, and greater confidence. You deserve to feel steady, strong, and secure, enjoying every day fully and safely. Choose to start gently, trust yourself, and remember that your strength, physical and emotional, is truly timeless. 5. Not drinking enough water. Picture this: it's late afternoon, and you find yourself feeling sluggish and tired, maybe with a mild headache starting behind your eyes. Perhaps your joints feel stiffer than usual, or you notice a vague sense of dizziness when you stand up too quickly. You might just brush these feelings off as normal aging, thinking it's simply part of getting older. Maybe you tell yourself, "I probably didn't sleep well," or "maybe I'm just getting tired earlier in the day." After all, these sensations seem minor, easy enough to ignore or dismiss as insignificant. But what if the real reason behind these subtle yet frustrating symptoms was something you rarely think about? Something as simple and essential as not drinking enough water. It seems almost too easy, doesn't it? You might think, if I'm not thirsty, I don't need water. Many older adults assume thirst is a reliable indicator of their hydration needs. But here's a surprising twist. As we age, our body's natural sense of thirst becomes less sensitive. Simply put, you might not feel thirsty even when your body desperately needs water. This hidden truth quietly sets the stage for dehydration, weakening your muscles and impacting your overall health without you even realizing it. Let's gently explore the science behind this simple yet profound fact. Water is the most basic, essential nutrient our bodies rely on. Every single cell, muscle fiber, and joint in your body needs water to function properly. When your body is even slightly dehydrated, your muscles lose their flexibility, strength, and endurance. This subtle dehydration can cause muscle cramps, increased joint pain, slower healing, and reduced muscle mass over time, issues you might wrongly attribute simply to getting older. Additionally, your muscles are largely made of water, around 75%. Think of your muscles as sponges. A moist sponge is flexible, resilient, and effective. But a dry sponge quickly becomes stiff, brittle, and ineffective. Similarly, muscles lacking adequate hydration become rigid, prone to injury, and slow to recover. Over days, weeks, or even months, this chronic mild dehydration silently chips away at your strength and mobility. But here's the good news. Drinking more water is one of the easiest, simplest, yet most powerful changes you can make to support your muscles, joints, and overall health. It's gentle, achievable, and immediately beneficial. You don't have to drink gallons of water or force yourself to drink large quantities all at once. Instead, simply start gently increasing your daily intake by making water drinking a comfortable, natural habit. A practical and easy approach is to keep a glass or bottle of fresh water near you throughout the day, making sipping a frequent, comforting habit. You could even set gentle reminders. A simple timer or alarm set every couple of hours can prompt you to drink a small glass of water, even if you don't feel particularly thirsty. If plain water doesn't feel enticing, try adding natural flavors like slices of fresh lemon, cucumber, or mint leaves to your glass. This not only adds subtle flavor but also makes drinking water feel like a pleasant treat rather than a chore. Additionally, enjoying water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumbers, berries, or oranges can significantly boost your hydration and provide delicious variety to your diet. Let me share the simple but inspiring story of Helen, a cheerful 78-year-old from Pennsylvania. For years, Helen quietly endured persistent fatigue, occasional dizziness, and increasing stiffness in her knees and hips. She assumed these were inevitable parts of growing older. Her daughter gently suggested that Helen might simply be dehydrated, as Helen typically drank very little water during the day, preferring coffee or tea instead. Initially skeptical but willing to try, Helen gradually increased her daily water intake. She began by drinking a small glass of water before every meal and kept a pretty glass pitcher filled with fresh water and lemon slices on her kitchen table. Without even realizing it, Helen quickly formed a comforting, easy habit of drinking more water throughout the day. Within weeks, Helen noticed remarkable changes. Her energy returned, her dizziness disappeared, and her joint stiffness significantly improved. Most surprising to her, the mild muscle cramps she'd long accepted as normal completely vanished. She rediscovered a newfound joy in gardening, daily walks, and even dancing lightly around her living room, activities she'd quietly avoided due to discomfort and fatigue. Helen was amazed, Such a simple habit had such powerful results. Helen's experience beautifully illustrates the transformative power of gentle hydration. If her story resonates with you, remember, it's never too late to start improving your health, one simple sip at a time. My gentle encouragement to you today is this: embrace water as your quiet, steady companion in daily life. Each refreshing sip is a small, loving gesture of self-care, a quiet affirmation to your body that you're paying attention and committed to its well-being. Every glass of water you drink not only hydrates your muscles but nourishes your energy, boosts your clarity of thought, and gently revitalizes your strength. Remember, hydration isn't about forcing yourself to drink large amounts or completely changing your habits overnight. Instead, think of it as a series of small, comforting steps, each glass of water gently guiding you toward renewed health, strength, and vitality. Today, start gently and simply. Take a glass of water, savor its refreshing taste, and quietly commit to giving your body the hydration it truly needs. Your muscles, your joints, and your whole being will thank you, rewarding you with strength, comfort, and joy for many more vibrant years to come. 6. Chronic stress. We've all felt it, those lingering worries that quietly creep into our minds, keeping us awake at night or making the days feel heavy and exhausting. Maybe you often find yourself worried about your health, concerned about your family's well-being, or feeling anxious about finances and the future. These concerns seem small individually, just part of daily life, but together they form a quiet, constant pressure, a subtle tension you might think is simply inevitable at your age. But let me gently ask you this: what if these everyday stresses aren't just affecting your mood or sleep, but are also quietly eroding your strength and weakening your muscles? It might sound strange at first. After all, how can something as intangible as worry or stress impact your physical strength? The truth is that chronic stress is far more powerful than most people realize. When your mind is stressed, your body responds physically. Your brain signals the release of cortisol, a hormone commonly known as the stress hormone. Normally, cortisol helps your body respond effectively to short-term stress, giving you energy in challenging moments. But when stress becomes persistent and daily, this continuous release of cortisol quietly starts breaking down muscle tissue, reduces your ability to build new muscle, and accelerates muscle loss over time. Here's a gentle way to visualize this. Think of your muscles as strong, healthy trees, thriving under calm weather. Short bursts of wind and rain strengthen them, making them more resilient. But constant storms, relentless wind, rain, and lightning can eventually weaken even the strongest tree. In the same way, chronic stress continuously batters your muscles, quietly weakening them and diminishing their strength and your ability to maintain independence. But here's the comforting part: reducing chronic stress doesn't mean eliminating every worry or anxiety from your life. That's unrealistic. Instead, it means learning to gently and effectively manage these feelings. Even small, simple practices can make a profound difference in lowering your stress levels and protecting your muscles, energy, and health. One gentle, highly effective technique you can easily incorporate into your daily routine is deep breathing. When you feel stressed, your breathing naturally becomes shallow, which further heightens tension and anxiety. By intentionally taking slow, deep breaths, you signal to your body and mind that it's safe to relax. Try inhaling slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, holding your breath comfortably for 3 seconds, and exhaling gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Doing this simple breathing exercise for even a few minutes each day can dramatically lower cortisol levels, ease muscle tension, and promote feelings of peace and calm. Another easy, comforting method to reduce stress is mindfulness or gentle meditation. You don't have to meditate like a monk. Simply sitting quietly, closing your eyes, and focusing your attention on the present moment for a few minutes can greatly relieve stress. You might choose to gently focus on your breathing, listen carefully to the sounds around you, or visualize a calm, peaceful place. Even brief daily mindfulness practice can significantly lower stress and quietly strengthen your muscles by allowing your body to heal and rebuild. Connecting regularly with others is also powerfully effective at reducing stress. Sharing your worries or simply enjoying conversations with friends, family, or community groups can lift the quiet weight of chronic stress from your shoulders. Loneliness and isolation significantly amplify stress. Meaningful interactions with others gently soothe it. Consider joining a club, attending local events, or even simply picking up the phone to chat regularly with someone you care about. Let me share a quick story of Margaret, a kind-hearted 72-year-old woman from North Carolina. Margaret had always been a worrier, She quietly carried the weight of her family's problems, her finances, and her own health. She noticed she often felt tense, exhausted, and physically weak. Simple tasks like carrying groceries or gardening felt increasingly difficult. Margaret assumed it was just aging taking its toll, never suspecting stress as a primary culprit. But one day, her daughter suggested gentle yoga classes at the local senior center. Initially skeptical, Margaret decided to give it a try. The class introduced her to easy, calming breathing exercises and simple mindfulness practices. She quickly noticed something extraordinary. Each session left her feeling more relaxed, less tense, and physically stronger. Over several weeks, Margaret's chronic muscle tension dramatically decreased. Her physical strength improved, tasks felt easier, and her daily worries no longer consumed her. Margaret found herself feeling hopeful, strong, and more at peace than she'd been in years. Margaret's experience beautifully illustrates a powerful truth. Managing stress through gentle daily practices isn't just good for your mind, it's life-changing for your body. If Margaret's story speaks to your heart, remember that relief from chronic stress, and the muscle weakness it quietly causes, is within your gentle reach. Today, I warmly encourage you to gently embrace small practices that ease stress and nurture your strength. Your worries might not disappear overnight, but each calming breath, mindful moment, or heartfelt connection brings you closer to a healthier, stronger self. Your muscles, your mind, and your entire being will thank you, quietly rewarding your efforts with renewed energy, resilience, and strength. Remember, easing chronic stress isn't about completely erasing anxiety. It's about gently cultivating calm amidst life's inevitable challenges. Today can be your day to start gently reclaiming the peace, strength, and joy you deserve. 7. Skipping regular health checkups. Imagine this familiar scenario. You're feeling generally fine, just a few minor aches and pains here and there, nothing alarming. Perhaps you've skipped your regular doctor's appointment this year, thinking, why bother when nothing's wrong? You might even tell yourself, I'll wait until something feels off before scheduling a visit. After all, why go looking for trouble, right? But here's a gentle thought that might surprise you. What if skipping those routine health checkups, the ones you consider unnecessary, is quietly allowing your muscles and your overall health to deteriorate unnoticed? It's not something most of us want to consider, especially when we're feeling mostly okay, but regular checkups can be the quiet difference between maintaining your independence and gradually losing your strength. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's explore this more closely. After age 60, your body undergoes quiet changes, many of which are hard to detect without professional guidance. Muscle loss, or what doctors call sarcopenia, is a perfect example. Sarcopenia often begins subtly, gradually weakening your muscles, reducing your balance, and increasing your risk of falls, without you realizing it. Because it happens so slowly and silently, you might dismiss early signs as normal aging or minor inconveniences. Regular health checkups act like gentle safety nets, catching potential problems early before they become serious. They allow your healthcare provider to carefully assess changes in your muscle strength, balance, bone density, and overall physical function. Your doctor might suggest simple tests, such as grip strength evaluations or basic mobility exercises, to detect early muscle loss. These tests are painless, quick, and incredibly valuable. Catching muscle loss early means you can start gentle interventions, small lifestyle adjustments or nutritional changes that have enormous benefits down the line. Regular checkups also ensure other factors quietly harming your muscles, such as vitamin deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, or medication side effects, are identified early. You'd be surprised how something as simple as low vitamin D levels or a thyroid imbalance can silently rob your muscles of their strength. Yet, without routine visits, these issues might remain unnoticed and untreated for years, quietly diminishing your quality of life. But the good news is that taking control of your health doesn't have to be stressful or complicated. Scheduling regular, gentle visits with your healthcare provider can feel comforting and empowering. Think of these checkups as friendly conversations, a chance to calmly discuss your concerns, ask questions, and gain valuable insights into maintaining your health and independence. Instead of feeling anxious, approach your checkup as a warm conversation with someone dedicated to your well-being. Here's a quick but meaningful story about Robert, a lively 77-year-old from Texas who, like many seniors, disliked visiting the doctor unless necessary. Robert always believed, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He hadn't seen his doctor regularly in years. Slowly, Robert noticed everyday tasks, like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or mowing the lawn, were becoming more difficult. He brushed it off, believing this was simply a natural part of aging. Eventually, after gentle encouragement from his family, Robert scheduled a routine health checkup. To his surprise, simple tests revealed early signs of muscle loss and decreased bone density, issues he never would have suspected on his own. His doctor gently explained how these subtle changes, if left unchecked, could eventually threaten his independence and quality of life. But there was good news. It was not too late. His doctor recommended simple, gentle interventions, including a tailored diet richer in protein, vitamin D supplements, and easy home-based strength exercises. Robert felt a sense of relief, realizing he could take action now, preventing bigger problems down the road. Within months, he regained noticeable strength, energy, and confidence. Regular checkups became something Robert truly valued, transforming from something he avoided into something he appreciated deeply. Robert's experience gently illustrates how regular health checkups quietly yet powerfully protect your strength and independence. If his story resonates with you, remember this: your health is your most precious gift, and caring for it should never feel intimidating. Instead, consider your doctor as your gentle partner in health, supporting you to stay active, strong, and independent. Today, I warmly encourage you to schedule your next regular checkup, no matter how healthy you might feel. It's not about searching for problems or causing unnecessary worry. It's about quietly and gently protecting your strength, health, and independence in your later years. Each checkup you attend is a small yet significant act of self-care, demonstrating that you value yourself and your future deeply. Remember, staying healthy isn't luck. It's an ongoing, gentle commitment you make to yourself. You deserve the peace of mind, strength, and vitality that regular checkups provide. Make today the day you gently promise yourself better care, stronger muscles, and a brighter future. Your body and mind will quietly thank you for many vibrant, active years to come. As we come to the end of this journey exploring the 7 quiet habits that can lead to muscle loss after 60, I want you to pause and reflect for a moment. Maybe some of these habits felt familiar. Perhaps you recognized yourself in one or two of them. That's completely okay. Awareness is the first and most important step toward change. Remember, muscle loss isn't an inevitable part of aging. It's often the result of small choices we make every day, choices we can gently adjust to regain our strength and vitality. The power to protect your muscles and your independence lies in your hands. Whether it's standing up more often instead of sitting all day, adding a bit more protein to your meals, prioritizing good sleep, embracing gentle strength exercises, drinking more water, managing stress, or staying on top of regular health checkups. Each small change you make is a powerful investment in your health and happiness. Don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to do everything at once. Start with one habit that speaks to you, something simple and manageable. Maybe it's setting a reminder to stand up every hour or adding a boiled egg to your breakfast. These little steps add up over time, quietly rebuilding the foundation of your strength. I want you to know you're not alone in this. Many people your age are on the same path, learning to nurture their bodies with kindness and patience. It's never too late to start, and every effort you make is a meaningful step toward living your life fully, independently, and joyfully. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today. If you found value in this video, please share your thoughts or which habit you plan to change in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips to help you stay strong and vibrant at any age. Together, we can embrace the beauty of aging with strength and grace.